What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Totally Rad channel. Today I've got Justin with me. He is from Delta Team Tactical. We've actually been good friends for like almost 10 years now. We just happen to both end up in the gun industry. Today, Delta Team has given us some body armor to test. This is from VISM, which most people probably know this brand as NC Star, same company. This is what's interesting about this. This is rated as 3+, but it's not NIJ certified. They do have NIJ certified plates. This is one of the options that's cheaper and not NIJ certified. So we're here to try it out and see if a non-certified plate still works the same. Hopefully it does, otherwise there's probably a lot of lawsuits out there. We're gonna shoot it with stuff that it should be rated for and see if it actually holds up. This is really light, I will say that right off the bat. Until today, I didn't really know too much about this plate until I Googled it 10 minutes ago. It's 3.5 pounds, which is really light. It's pretty thin, and obviously shooter's cut. This one's an 8x10, they have 11x14s as well. We just have this spread of guns over here we're gonna shoot it with, ranging from, we got 9mm, 45, 10mm, 357, 58E, 5.7, 22, 5.56 out of a 14.5, 7.62 by 39 out of a 10.5, 45-70, which I have no idea where this falls in ratings. Can anyone tell me in the comments? Because I don't know. And 308 out of a 22-inch barrel, and then a 10.5, 5.56 as well. So we've got a good spread of guns here today to take some shots at this VISM plate. And I think we just need to start shooting it.
Just get into it and see what happens.
Yeah, we might as well. DeltaTeamTactical.com. Those are the guys that hooked us up with this plate so we could shoot it for you today. So make sure you go check that out.
I'm really interested to see how this goes.
I hope it works. Certified or not, I would be terrified selling something that...
I really, really hope it works. Yeah. Especially because, so there is a version of this plate. It looks the same. This one is level 3 NIJ certified. Yeah. This is the official one, I guess.
NIJ listed model, says it right on the sticker.
Yeah, I'm guessing this is like the official one. And then VISM also produces this one, which is technically not NIJ certified, but they have listed the protection level as 3+. So we're gonna loosely use the level 3 ratings as a test for this one. We're just gonna see how it does. This one, the NIJ rated, is more expensive. This is like a $220 plate, I think. This is like a $160 plate. So we'll see how it holds up, because it could potentially still be a good value as a plate, depending on how it performs, as long as you know what you're getting and what it's rated for. So
yeah, and the only visible difference between these is logo extruded or not. Yeah. That's it. And the sticker, obviously, info on the sticker.
And this one, I think it does feel a little bit thicker. It's hard for me to say.
Oh, that's very true. This is definitely thicker.
Yeah, it feels a little more robust.
Another thing I'll say, NIJ ratings, 6 shots 2 inches apart from each other is what it should stand up to of any caliber that is rated for. We're obviously gonna blow past that even just doing 1 shot for all these. So this is going above and beyond what the actual standards are. So take that however you want, judge it however you want, because we're putting it way past what it's rated for.
Yeah, just gonna see how it goes.
In true Totally Rad YouTube channel style, it's in the dirt. Very makeshift way of testing stuff, because we're not scientists, we're f***ing shooters, and we just want to try things out. So we've piled some dirt behind it, so hopefully it doesn't fall over. We're gonna go get our variety of calibers and shoot the f*** out of that plate.
Starting it off with the 22 LR?
Yes, 22 LR out of a Volkortzen. Since this is a rifle plate, it should obviously have 0 issues with any of the handguns. We're gonna do 3 rounds out of all the handguns because of that. And then when we get to rifles, where it's actually challenging it a little bit, we'll just do 1 of each until we find a breaking point or run out of ammo or whatever the case may be. So this is 3 rounds of 22 LR. It's cleared, safe. Go check it out.
So far, so good.
This is actually really cool with the dirt.
Oh yeah, look at that.
I've never been able to see that before because we haven't had a backing like this, but that is cool to be able to see how much back face deformation, I don't know which one's correct, but
yeah, because just looking at it and kind of feeling it, there's very little visual deformation, but yeah, and there's no there's no penetration, but clearly
Yeah.
we had some force pushing
getting
through.
hit with it. Still be punching you a little, even with 22.
So that's for sure a difference between a soft plate versus like a steel plate. Is the soft plate gives a more concentrated push through.
Which maybe that might be interesting to test side by side one day in this same style setup, like clay or something, so you can see everything. That'd be interesting.
All right.
Next up, we've got 9mm out of a Glock 19X. This one is comped. This is an agency single port comp, but that shouldn't affect muzzle velocity or anything like that. So I'm doing 3 rounds, 9mm, 115 grain FMJs. Alright, guns cleared, mag's empty. Whoa, whoa. Oh. Interesting.
Look at that.
This piece of projectile coming out of the top, yeah, it had to have gone up because all of our shots are.
Yeah, that went in there and spread out, fragmented, and actually came up out the top.
Yeah. Nothing penetrated though.
No penetration. Definitely, we're definitely seeing bigger dents.
Yeah.
That's a pretty mean little punch. Definitely starting to feel deformed. Definitely like some big bumps there on the back, but no penetration, so.
It's kind of interesting that this is coming out of the top because the whole argument for steel plates is you won't get spalling and fragmentation coming up into your face, and that's one of the first things we see. Which is, I mean, it caught it. I guess we don't know what it hasn't caught, but it doesn't look like there's any other holes or anything where stuff has come out of.
And also that was only our second caliber.
Yeah.
We've definitely seen spall coatings.
Should we bump down to 1 shot from here on out? Since we're already at the 6-shot rating of this plate?
Yeah.
Technically?
Yeah, let's just do that.
Okay.
Let's just do 1 shot and work to the breaking point.
Okay. We'll do 45, which is actually easier to stop than 9 because it's big, fat, and slow.
But it is gonna...
It'll punch pretty hard.
Mess up the internals of that plate a little more.
Yeah.
I am interested. I mean, I don't know. You say we're not scientists. I'm definitely not a scientist. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know the science, but for sure these the non-steel plates are different from steel as far as like taking a whole bunch of rounds in a fairly concentrated area. Like you are definitely breaking down the interior of the plate.
Degradation of the plate itself will happen differently, which I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know in what form, but yeah, it's not going to be the same.
Someday we'll consult an expert for a video, but that's not this one.
Yeah.
On to 45.
I am the expert. Is that terrifying to anyone?
45 ACP. We're just going to do 1 shot. This is a much slower round, but it is big, so definitely thumps hard. Out of Rock Island Armory, 1911. I'm not sure what happened there, but I feel like I saw something hit higher up on the hill.
I wonder if it pushed that piece of frag up and out of the top.
Out the top?
Yeah.
All right. Clear, chambers open, mags out.
That piece of frag is still there, but there's a different hole now.
Yeah, we're pretty... I don't know. I feel like I saw something hit up here. Maybe...
It looks, based on the back, it looks like you hit it right here.
Yeah, pretty sure.
Oh yeah, there's a big old hole.
Big old hole right there.
Huh.
Still no penetration. Definitely deformed. All right, guys. Quick little editor's cut. As we're going through some of the footage, we have a little observation about the 45. So while we were out at the range, we weren't 100% sure what happened, but we did kind of deduce that the plate stopped the bullet. We had like a little bit of spall that probably came out of the top, a little bit of jacket that probably came out of the top. Afterwards, looking at the footage that we slowed down the best we could, definitely wish we had some higher speed cameras so that we could slow it down a little more and really see what happened. But it looks like maybe the whole 45 bullet if not like a good chunk of it, comes out of the top of the plate and hits up higher on the hill, which is what I said that I saw when we shot the plate that time. So I'm not sure if for that specific shot the plate was just at like too flat of an angle and it caused it to travel up through the plate, or if maybe it like really impacted one of the 9mm rounds that was in there and that caused a strange like ricochet up. But clearly, if that plate was on a chest at that time and we had a .45 caliber bullet come up out of the top, that's going to mean probably super bad news. So we're not 100% sure what happened or why that happened, but it does look like that is what happened. This wasn't like the most exact test. We didn't conform exactly to like the NIJ standards. We're still definitely impressed with the performance of this plate and how it did, but definitely worth cutting in and just mentioning that it looks like, looking at the footage afterwards, that is pretty much what happened with that .45 caliber round, which is also pretty interesting because of the rounds that we shot at this thing, that one is pretty slow, relatively slow compared to a lot of stuff that we threw at this thing. And for some reason, that's the one that I think maybe we had it at kind of a weird angle, but that's the one that got in there and then ended up actually shooting up out of the top of the plate. So, quick little cut there just to explain that. We'll get back into the show.
I think now maybe we go to 10mm, which is like a really spicy 40.
10mm, which as officially deemed by Miles is a really spicy 40. These definitely disturb the plate more.
Yeah.
We're definitely getting an increased amount of plate jump on impact.
That one little piece of fragmentation just hanging on.
Still just hanging on there.
I'm actually kind of impressed by that.
Hanging by a thread.
Is that, which one's which? This is 45.
This was 45.
This is 10mm. So a bigger deformation, it looks like.
Yeah, but we're definitely pushing out the back now, but still no.
The sticker's not even breaking. It's starting to peel away a little, but it's not like we're tearing the sticker even yet.
Yeah, still no penetration through the back, so. On to the next. We're graduating for now from the pistol rounds. We're gonna get into the rifle rounds. So this is a .223 Remington. We're gonna do one shot through a 10.5-inch barrel. And this is an EOTech straight out of the box.
Yeah, not been zeroed. Also, we're starting with 10.5 because when it comes to body armor, velocity is typically the killer over mass. So we're starting with the shorter barrel, lower velocity, and then we'll go up to the 14.5 a little bit later. So even from back here, I feel like it's noticeably not the same shape of plate.
Yeah. We're gonna pull here.
It stopped it.
Yeah, so I definitely hit, was one of these holes, maybe this one here, maybe this one here. And we definitely have a pretty good lump there.
Yeah, it is, but obviously as expected, the biggest bulge in the back so far.
Definitely losing shape in front and back at this point. We're moving on to 7.62 by 39. Do this AK 10.5-inch barrel with the Dead Air Wolverine.
Oh, something about an AK charging just sounds so good.
Because I was aiming like kind of this area. I don't know if that's a new hit. Oh, yeah, that feels.
Oh, interesting.
That's fresh.
It hasn't gone all the way through.
Yeah, we don't have.
But we have officially hit it hard enough to break that layer of fabric.
Yeah, it was enough force to tear that back coating. But yeah, we don't have penetration from the round. So for sure our hardest hitter so far.
Dang.
So if your ribs weren't broken before.
Yeah. Now we're on to the 14.5 inch 223. This one has a dead air Sandman S on it. And we're doing one shot. I was aiming right in the center. I think that would be it.
Yeah, it's definitely more. That sticker wasn't quite so ripped up before.
You're bleeding.
Oh no!
What'd you do?
Who did this? They just used an AK.
Still no penetration.
Yeah, we are similar to over here where we're starting to see some ripping. The ripping and the tearing.
We are so many rounds past the rating. I guess we're not like at the rating limit caliber wise, but volume wise, we're well past it. It's not certified and it's handling it great.
Quantity of rounds, yeah. We've put a few bullets into this thing.
Yeah.
So
I'm impressed. This will be an interesting one because it's 308 and it's a 22-inch barrel. So this is gonna be hauling ass
from
like 10 yards away.
Pretty close. This is pretty interesting given the number of rounds, the closeness of proximity of hits, because we have not been keeping hits 2 inches apart.
Yeah, not even close.
And yeah, and just given the fact that this is a non-steel plate, it's really light. So far.
Yeah, so far.
Impressed with.
Color me impressed.
Color me impressed now. Wow.
This is a 308, 22-inch barrel, and we are very close. So, and if we're being totally honest, this gun's never been shot. So even though it's got a scope on it, I'm gonna leave those caps closed. We're gonna use the irons underneath, which are still visible under this mount. And we'll get after it, I guess.
Do you think that the plate's gonna stop this round?
I am skeptical. If it was brand new, maybe I'd be totally fine with it. But with it being as shot up as it already is, and being a big caliber with a long barrel, really high velocity.
What you're about to do, 308, 22-inch barrel at this distance, honestly is a downright disrespectful thing for us to do to this plate right now.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't think it's gonna stop it, but I'm excited to see what happens.
And I'll tell you something, if you're this far away from a dude shooting at you with a 308, you've got bigger problems than if your plate will last the 20th round or not.
I think it went through.
This feels new. Yeah. That feels fresh. I don't recognize that.
Yeah, so
let's get a good look at it.
It didn't go through. Wait. No, it didn't. This is just the...
Yeah, that's just paper.
The coating. Well,
get a good look at that.
Color me impressed yet again. And another thing is when you tapped on it, this isn't by any means soft. It's just not metal.
Yeah. Yeah, we have some severe deformation.
You'd be hurting real bad.
But we stopped the bullet. That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm not gonna make my "you'd be alive" comment because you could have all sorts of other crap going on with you, but you wouldn't have a hole through you, which is step one to living another day.
Wow, dude, that's wild.
I'm impressed with this.
Yeah, that's...
Especially for how light it is.
Can definitely feel some like fragments in there floating around from all the bullets. But wow. Yeah, we have there's a tiny little piece coming out the bottom.
So there is some spalling that's starting to escape, but
I don't, like, since this one happened on the 10 mil, we haven't seen the top like really get worse.
Yeah.
There may have been small pieces flying out the top that we didn't see, but it has not really been more damage at the top. So.
Yeah.
All right.
That's good news
That's great.
for the plate. Now I think we do all the extra credit rounds,
Yeah.
like 5.7, 50 AE.
45.
Yeah, 45.70.
Yeah, now that it's just super shaken up inside. We're moving on to 50 AE out of the Desert Eagle. So this is we're in our bonus rounds now. This is just for fun. We're gonna see if it can stop some of the wild stuff. Oh, I hit it right in the corner.
Looked like it came out the side, probably. Or do you think it's in there?
It must have come out. I don't feel anything.
Dang, look how much it bent that plate.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Should we do one more of those, dead center?
Yeah.
Another round of 50 AE out of the Desert Eagle. You can see. Wow, that's crazy. You guys should get a shot of that with me not blocking the sun. You can see the back of the round in there.
That's a hard punch.
Yeah, but it didn't go through. That's so crazy.
Go through. Yeah, it stopped right there.
That's impressive.
Wild.
All right, bonus round of 50 AE. Not an issue at all. Even
Yeah.
after all the rifle rounds.
Unless you get hit right on the edge of the plate,
Yeah, yeah.
at which point.
But that's the same for anything. Part of the 2-inch separation is 2 inches from the edge of the plate. So when you're ordering a 10 by 12 plate, technically you're going for 8 by 10 shootable space on that.
Cool. This is 5.7. Not necessarily a bonus caliber for a rifle rated plate. For sure would be if this was like a pistol rated plate. But I think definitely a bonus caliber given the number of rounds that we put in this thing so far. So, see what happens.
Is this new? There's a little sprig of stuff coming out.
I don't know. I feel like that was there. I kind of
You definitely hit.
feel like this is new.
It would be a small hole. Well, it stopped it.
Yeah.
So wherever it actually hit, it stopped it. That's great news. We've got 357 out of this Chiappa Rhino, which I have never shot one before. I don't really shoot revolvers, but this will be interesting.
Where did we hit?
I have no idea. I close my eyes when I shoot guns usually. I'm kidding. Kidding, kids.
Safety first.
Keep your eyes open. It's so shot up, I have no idea where the new stuff is.
Yeah, but we definitely still don't have a hole in the back.
Yeah.
So that's great.
I wonder what makes it so this isn't rated. Like, do they just not want to spend the time or money associated with getting a rating? Or does it have too much deformation? Which doesn't seem like it to me.
Yeah, my original thought was, since they have the rated one and the non-rated one, was I have no clue, but if there's an amount of money that it takes to put it through the rating process and actually get that official rating, if they made like a very similar plate that they can sell for cheaper, I have no clue. That's just like a speculation. But also, yeah, this one did feel a little bit thinner than the rated plate. So
if you work for VISM, let me know. I'm curious. Bonus round 4570. Don't know where it falls in the rating, so we saved it until after all the stuff we knew about. Henry X model with the dead air primal on it. Wow, dude.
that sounded good.
Yeah, it sounds good, and the amount of kick that having the can takes out is pretty wild.
Wow.
Because that gun sucks without a can. Still nothing.
Yeah, we definitely are pretty kicked out here.
I'm impressed with that thing.
Yeah, man. We're good. No holes. It did it.
No holes. It made it. It made it through every caliber we brought. Well, I wouldn't typically advocate for budget options, but I'm like legitimately really impressed with that.
At the end of the day, like you said at the beginning of the video, there's so many good and different options out there, all at different price points. So at the end of the day, like, do your research, really look into like what you want to get, find the features that are most important to you, find a good piece of body armor for you. But I'm really happy with how this turned out. I'm really glad that these budget plates are what they are. They're super light, they're pretty inexpensive, and they stopped everything that we threw at them today. So that's really cool results. And if you're just getting into body armor, or you're working with a small budget right now, at least you know you have a decent option that you can throw in the kit and have something that is going to work.
Yeah, I'm definitely impressed.